Yoxi.
নমস্কার, আমি আশুতোষ মেহতা আর আমি মোহন বাগানের জন্য আই লিগ জিতে।
Hi, this is Suman Chakravarti, and this is a special day for the Indian football fans. The reason is there in front of you, Ashutosh Mehta. Very few Indian footballers have thought of having an own YouTube channel, a professional YouTube channel. And this venture of having a YouTube channel will always excite the fans who love Ashutosh Mehta and, of course, Indian football. Ashu, the first question which I have on my mind, there are so many footballers you've seen in Europe, in South America, to have their own YouTube channels. I mean, in Indian football, this is something which no one sort of heard of having a professional YouTube channel.
To be honest, I was never motivated to open my own YouTube channel because I never thought of it. But thanks to you, you convinced me real well, and here it is. Now I have my own YouTube channel. I just want to share my own lifestyle with the people. I want them to know what I do in my daily routine, etc., etc., etc. It's going to be entertaining for sure. I just want to share with the people what I do, what I eat, how I train, my on-field routine, my off-field routine, everything.
But today's show is definitely on something really, really special, and that is, of course, your I-League triumph with Mohun Bagan. The first thing which I would like to ask is that what's the first thing which comes on your mind if I ask about Mohun Bagan?
Suman, as a child, everyone has a dream club. Okay, I was a football fan, and everybody has a dream club. For sure, Mohun Bagan was my dream club. I always wanted to play for Mohun Bagan. In fact, in the past, on 3 occasions, I was very close to signing for Mohun Bagan. In 2014, when Subhash Bhumik was the coach, in 2017-18, when Sanjay Sen was the coach, and last season. Finally, I signed for Bagan, and I was very happy because, you know, it's your dream club. And when you sign for your dream club, it's something special. I was very overwhelmed when I signed for Bagan.
Just tell the fans about the story when first time you heard of that Mohun Bagan is interested of signing you for this particular season, and what was your initial reaction? Because as you just told me, the first 3 occasions you were very close, but you didn't sign.
My first reaction, I was very happy, Suman. It's very obvious, you know, when you sign for your dream club, when you want to play for a club since many years and it wasn't working there, and then one season the dream which I always saw came true. The feeling was amazing.
Yeah. Next question, of course, the Mohun Bagan fans. I mean, we all know that the Bengalis they love their heroes. And I mean, in football, we are very lucky that they have an Indian hero, because these days in Indian football, the focus is definitely on the foreign players. So you are one of those very few players who have locked it all the attraction from the fans, and there were some chants and the stands as well. Kaun bachaye apna naya, Ashu bhaiya, Ashu bhaiya.
So, Suman, when I came to Calcutta, my first day, you know, when I stepped in Calcutta, I saw a few guys from the club, a few photographers from the club. I met them, and then came a few supporters. I met them at the airport. They come to me and they tell me that they are very happy that I signed for Bagan, and they didn't expect me to sign for Bagan because I had a contract with Pune for one more season. And they tell me that हमको जीतना है आई लीग, हमको कैसे भी करके ईस्ट बंगाल को हराना है. एंड बस वो लोग का पैशन, आई सॉ देयर पैशन, यू नो, एंड दे टोल्ड मी दैट हम लास्ट 2 सीजन से घर पे जा रहे हैं आशु भाई, हम रो के घर पे जा रहे हैं, हम खाना ठीक से नहीं खा पा रहे. एंड आई टोल्ड देम कि भाई मुझे पता नहीं है क्या होगा फ्यूचर में, लेकिन मैं इतना बताऊंगा तुम्हें कि एंड ऑफ द सीजन यू विल हैव अ स्माइल ऑन योर फेस. I just hope I lived up to all the hype and the expectations. तभी तो मैंने हीरो बन के बोल दिया कि भाई तुम खुश रहोगे, बट मुझे पता नहीं था क्या होने वाला है आगे. मैंने खुद को बोला कि आशु, वेलकम टू कलकत्ता, वेलकम टू द नेशनल क्लब ऑफ इंडिया, वेलकम टू मोहन बगान. ये यहाँ का प्रेशर है, वो तुमको झेलना पड़ेगा. बट आई वॉज मेंटली प्रिपेयर्ड. आई न्यू that if I'm signing for Bagan, I have to be at my best. So I was mentally prepared for it.
For all the players over the years, in the last 130 years of this historic club, we have always seen one thing, that let it be a player, let it be a fan, let it be an official. If you enter from that tunnel of that Mohun Bagan ground, it gives you goosebumps. So same thing happened with you as well?
Of course, the first day of training, you see fans chanting, it's altogether a different vibe. मैंने सिर्फ सुना था, I just heard about Mohun Bagan, but now I have experienced it. I know people who used to tell about Bagan, they used to tell the truth, and I've experienced the vibe, everything over here. It's so fantastic. Wherever you go to the chemist, you go to Spencer's, you go in an Uber, everyone knows you. And they treat you differently. I mean, the respect you get is massive over here. I'm just so happy signing for Bagan and winning the ID trophy with Bagan.
I can still recall before the start of the season, we two were chatting beside a pool over there, and you just told me, Suman, Kibu Vikuna is different. He's subtle things, subtle tactical suggestions, absolutely something which I have never heard of, and they are very, very effective.
I'll tell you something. He's a type of coach a player would want to give his life for. He's not only a good coach, he's a very good person as well. For me, थोड़ा quality कम होगा चलेगा, लेकिन आदमी अच्छा होना चाहिए. This is very important for me. And yes, as I said, he used to tell small details which were so important in the field and off the field as well. And yes, I was very honored to share the same dressing room as him, because I got to learn so many new things from him. And I just want to wish him all the best for his new challenge.
How was the derby experience? I mean, I'm sure the fans will be raring to listen to that, because I can still recall you came to my car when the match got finished.
The derby,
You were chilly.
it was the biggest match of my life, you can say. In fact, if you ask any player about the derby, he is going to have the same opinion as mine. It was electric, the streets are full of fans. 3 hours before the kickoff, 2 hours before the kickoff, the stadium is full. It's the same like Bernabeu or Camp Nou. It's fantastic. And the derby build-up starts 3 weeks, 4 weeks prior a month. The management, the media, everyone, there is so much hype about this game. And this is the beauty about football. This is the beauty about Calcutta. And this is the beauty about the green and the maroon, Mohun Bagan. And yes, it was a great experience. We were lucky enough to be on the winning side and not on the losing side, because it's not a good feeling if you are on the losing side. So yes, it was an amazing experience. And yes, the fans chanting, the entire stadium chanting. I'm getting goosebumps. The entire stadium chanting, it's an amazing feeling.
And just outside the stadium when the match got finished,
Yes.
you were mobbed. I was there with you.
Yes, as I said, the triumph in Aizwal was good, but you cannot compare anything to the triumph with Mohun Bagan. It's unbelievable. It was unbelievable.
Tell me the moment you realized that you have a very, very good chance of winning the title for the first time for Mohun Bagan.
I think the match against Minerva, home, which was a 9 pointer. Like if we win the game, we are 9 points clear above on the top of the table. Uh, and the match against Churchill away, which for me, my opinion, which was one of the best games for the team as a team because everything worked according to plan, and the team displayed excellent football.
Well, we all know that the fans love you a lot and you are a hero for the fans. But what about the Mohun Bagan officials? How different were they compared to the other officials you have seen in your career?
You know what I heard before coming to Bagan that if you lose one game, two games, the management is going to put a lot of pressure. But I don't see Debashish Datta or Sanjay Bose putting a lot of pressure on players. They were calm, and I just think they had a lot of faith in Coach Kipu and their players. What I heard was just a myth. People were saying that they put a lot of pressure if you game one game or two games. Of course, there is pressure, and the pressure is a privilege. Pressure नहीं है तो फिर मज़ा नहीं है. But it's just a myth. People say that they put a lot of pressure. It's nothing like that. I think they were very motivating the entire season, and they were very, very supportive.
Have you tasted Roshogulla after winning the title win?
Yes. Babun Banerjee.
Yeah.
कि 2-3 रसगुल्ला ठूस दिया उसने मेरे मुंह में. I'm telling him, बाबूदा नहीं ज़्यादा नहीं डाल दिया.
And the Bengali dishes you had.
नहीं, बाबूदा he put 2-3 rasgullas in my mouth and he told me that आज तुमको खाना पड़ेगा. आज हम बहुत खुश हैं, आज तुम खा लो ये.
Or other Bengali dishes you have tried ever since you have come to Kolkata?
Not really. I have a typical diet and I eat that every day.
Well, now Mohun Bagan is merged with ATK and two champions, the champions of ISL and the champions of I-League. They will now work together. Being a 130-year-old club, joining hands with the most successful ISL club. How do you see?
I think it's still more of Mohun Bagan because the color of the jersey is the same, the logo is the same, and I really appreciate Sanjeev sir to keep the logo and the jersey colors because that is a gesture of respect towards the fans, towards the club, which is 130 years old, so. And yes, the professionalism of ATK and the history of Mohun Bagan, it's always good for Indian football.
To wrap it up, the last question, I'm sure you all got a lot of answers from Ashu. The last question which I'd like to ask, what was the instant feeling the moment the referee blew his final whistle after the match against Aizwal FC?
It was amazing. We knew that we were close to win the championship, and I think the fans also had faith in us that they are going to get the silverware this year back to Calcutta, back where the silverware belong. I was very happy, it was my second title in 3 years. I was very, very happy. I was happy the most about as I said, I saw happy people, happy faces around. That made me even more happier. So it was a perfect year for me as a player.
And the celebration?
The celebration, we couldn't celebrate the way we wanted.
But you were close to the fence the moment
No, I'm saying that because of the current situation, because of the pandemic, we couldn't celebrate the way we really wanted. But that night, of course, we had a chance to celebrate with our fans, and I'm going to remember the celebration for the rest of my life.
Thank you so much, Ashu. If you love Ashutosh Mehta, if you love the brand of Ashutosh Mehta, if you love Indian football, you have to subscribe Ashutosh Mehta's YouTube channel and don't forget to push the notification bell. Thanks for joining us.